Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Ian Chiquino. You can call me Eon for short. I'm going to do a cast, not really a cast, like an analysis of one of my own games today. The last game I did of my own was like a Zerg vs Protoss, so I'm going to show you a Terran game of mine, where it's a Terran vs Protoss strat I've been working on recently. And if you just want to look at the chat there for a second, evidently my name is supposed to be, it looks Asian or something, and I'm not Asian. It's not supposed to be Asian or anything like that. So yeah, I guess it's just looks Asian. I don't know. Anyways, back to the game. There's a strategy I've been working on, and it has to do with the TVP strat, and it revolves around Marines and Ghosts. And I was just kind of thinking at one point, you know, people mostly go Marine Marauder versus Zealot, Stalker, Sentry. And I was thinking, like, Marauders are good versus Stalkers, but Marines are even better versus Stalkers. The only problem that really comes up is whenever your opponent gets a bunch of Zealots. And of course, that's a problem for Marauders as well as Marines. But I just thought, you know, why don't I just completely scrap getting the Marauders and only get Marines for DPS and EMP with the Ghost. So this is like a really quick Marine Ghost build with Stim. Now, I haven't really mastered this build yet. I'm still kind of tweaking it out. So at this moment in this game, I'm 2,300 or so, and my opponent is about that rating on Diamond, of course. And this guy's harassing with this probe, very annoying. Sometimes you just have to dedicate an SCV to fight a probe off, because there's some players who just love harassing with that probe. Similar to Huck, they just go in there, harass it like crazy. So you have to pull some SCVs off and just kind of have to right-click on them and do some attacking. But basically, what I do is, I've done this a couple times on ladder, I think like 13 or 14 times, and I've only lost once with it. Maybe just because most people don't expect a Ghost build, and he almost gets my SCV. They're down to one hit left, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta save him. So I come over here and do some repair on him, get him back in the game, and fight that dude off when I'm building one Marine. But the one game I did lose was because the guy noticed I didn't go to Tech Lab on my barracks, and he started harassing with the Stalker. And that one Stalker can kill Marines so easily if you just push really hard with a Stalker, and then you come up with the second one, and it was a really big problem. So what I started to do was get one Marine out, then go straight to Tech Lab. That way, they're going to assume you're going to go Marauder anyway. And you quickly get a bunker up, especially in this map with the close spawning positions. I get a bunker up, and just for defense, because you're really going to be kind of weak at the beginning of the game to, you know, any type of early Zealot pressure or Stalker pressure. So you need to get this early wall off, and you need to get a bunker up. And I actually snuck this SCV in his base. I was running here scouting around, harassing this pylon, and I faked like I was running out, and I actually just came back up and hid in his base here. And this happens with a lot of players, is they just forget to scout their base out, and then I can just leave this SCV up here for a free scout later on in the game whenever I feel like I need to go in for a scout. So I'm going to get one Marauder out just for defense against any type of Stalker play. I'm not going to get the concussive shell upgrades because I need to spend all of my gas on Ghosts and Stim Pack upgrades. So you can see way up at the top, I'm hiding this Ghost Academy as furthest away from my opponent's base as possible on my position. You know, it wouldn't be very smart to put it up here or even over here in some places, because they could, you know, run observers in, and most of the time the player won't run an observer this far up to scout you out. So I instantly start getting Stim, and I'm getting one Marine out, and then hopefully by the time that Marine finishes, I should have enough, actually, maybe the next Marine, but like I said, I'm still working this build out, but it basically revolves around getting three barracks up, one with a Tech Lab, one with the reactor, and then another one just producing Marine. And I start this Mobius reactor upgrade, and I don't want to start building my Ghosts until this upgrade is about 50% done. That way, whenever my Ghosts come out, they both will have enough energy to EMP, and the first one that comes out might even have enough energy to do two EMPs on your opponent. And so I'm getting this Stim Pack upgrade, which you're really going to have just for Marines and just have a crazy amount of DPS. And I also like to throw up an Engineering Bay. I may change this build up a little bit and get the Engineering Bay after I get my third barracks. Not quite sure yet, but this Engineering Bay is basically so I can put down a missile turret and so I can get the one attack upgrade. I've been trying to work the one attack upgrade into this timing attack, so I get Stim, one attack upgrade, and then two Ghosts out with EMP and like 15 or 16 Marines, and do like a 60 food push. Not quite sure what I do on this game. But anyway, you can see my opponent went for a pretty safe expansion. He's got 3 gateways up, actually 4 gateways now in a robo facility. and he's got his expansion up, so he's got a pretty safe build. And as far as army spending wise, we're both pretty close to an army spending. Food count 34, 35, so pretty similar. He's going for more of a production macro advantage, and I'm going for more of an army advantage. There comes my second barracks. I actually got supply blocked there for a little bit at I think 35 or something, but back into getting my second gas up. And I'm just going to start pumping out ghosts. This first ghost is going to come out with more than enough energy. Starting my second ghost there, so he's going to have more than enough for his first EMP, because I do have that Mobius, whatever the hell it's called, upgrade that no one ever gets usually. And then I'm just going to start mass producing Marines out of these two barracks. And as soon as the second ghost finishes, I'm going to keep massing Marines out of that one. And I probably should have already started my infantry upgrade, but I haven't done that yet. But anyway, just building some supply depots. You don't want to get supply blocked with this strategy. The strategy all revolves around a really quick timing attack, and you just need to not get supply blocked, because just even being supply blocked for 10 or 15 seconds is just going to crush your the number of Marines you could actually produce. So don't get supply blocked. That's key in any game. But anyway, oh man, huge mistake here by me. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Look at this. 4 SCVs on gas. Oh, I'm such a moron. Stupid me. I just now noticed that. I've even watched this replay twice. Oh well, forgive the blunder. But anyway, my opponent is coming in with an observer, and I actually scouted him earlier with that SCV. So I did actually. Did I see that? Did I see it? Okay, yeah, I did see the robo. So I was expecting an observer. So most of the time, while you're just massing Marines, you're not going to be doing any type of aggressive play, because you don't have concussive shells. You can't out macro or out micro stalkers, and they can really screw with you. And you just want to try and hide your ghosts so you can come in for an attack. So you just need to really be paying attention for an observer. And he gets his observer killed because no one expects a missile turret this early in the game. But if you can, try and keep an eye out for observers. If you can pick it off before it comes in your base with the scan, that's great. And about 65 food. I got quite a bit of Marines, actually more than I thought I had. Sell that. Actually make another Marauder on accident. Now I'm making a Reaper, so you're going to see what I'm going to do with this Reaper. And I'm going to push in with this very big number and actually finish combat shields also. And I'm waiting for this attack 1 upgrade to finish. So I have combat shields, stem, +1 attack upgrade. And I got a pretty sizable army here. Let's see, 69 food versus 72. So he's actually got a little bit more than me just because he has more production facilities. But so we'll see here. I'm going to basically, I already did the scan. I scanned in his the front part where you're going to attack. This is key. You have to scan first to see how he has his army positioned. See how many sentries he has, because EMPing the sentries is definitely the point you need to go for here. Because if you don't EMP the sentries, he'll throw down force fields behind your Marines, and completely the Zealots will come in and just kill you, and there's no micro at all, and you just get slaughtered. So I make this Reaper at the very end when I'm going in for a push. So basically, I'm going to send this Reaper in, just leave it back here, not even micro, just right-click, leave it back here, and then micro this army. This is what I'm going to be focused on. This is what I'm going to be working on for this attack. So I'll slow this down here just for a second so you can see how I do this opening. And go in here and I see where the first batch of sentries is, throw down my 2 EMPs. And I even have more for 2 more EMPs, so you can see how many EMPs you have with this. And he was just basically caught off guard. He even throws down some force fields on that other one, but just the number of Marines I have. And actually that one attack upgrade didn't finish, so I came in a little too late. And I'm basically just crushing him here at this point because I have so many Marines and the DPS is ridiculous. He lost his entire army. And this Reaper didn't really get in here in time. But I've done this Reaper trick on a couple other games, and sometimes he'll get 0 kills just because I forget to bring him in, and other times he'll come out with like 15 kills just because the fight lasts forever. But this is a pretty fun strategy I've been using. I have extreme success with it against like 2,000 plus Protoss players on the ladder. So maybe some of you Terran players out there like to try something new, just try some new stuff out there. I was getting really bored with Marine Marauder Medevac and all that kind of stuff, so just something else to try out, because these Marines do ridiculous DPS when they're stemmed, and then if you have 4 EMPs on your Ghosts, it doesn't matter if they've got 10 sentries or they have them spread out across the entire arc of their base. 4 EMPs will cover a ridiculous amount of area. And you can just EMP everything, and you just A-move in there. And most of the time, you don't even have to micro, which is pretty funny with the strategies, because there's so much DPS. And the Marauders, in comparison, Marines do way more damage than Marauders do. They cost so much less. And I just wanted to start using Ghosts more in my TVP builds, because Ghosts are just so underrated and so amazing. And I think they can really be used for some efficient timing attacks. But Yeah, not much else I want to say about this game. I've got a whole bunch of other replays where I've done this strategy with some different outcomes. Some players have defended it a little better, and I've had to come and attack again for a second attack. But and also you want to throw up your expansion after you push out with this attack. Go up, throw an expansion because you should have enough money, even though you're continually producing units. I'm actually rallying units here, but yeah, throw up that expansion so you can. Let's say if this attack doesn't work, you can throw down an expansion and come back for another attack and just keep producing structures. And if you get this expansion up, of course, throw down. Depending on what my opponent does, either I'll throw down a bunch more barracks or I'll throw down a factory and some starports and start doing drops and getting Vikings up to fight off Colossus. Because the normal response to this is you see your opponent getting mass Marines and 2 ghosts, you go, okay, I'm going to get Colossus. And you can see he was already getting a robotics bay, and then you could, of course, get Vikings, and that'll trash the Colossus. But yeah, it's a pretty fun strategy. I've loved doing it, and so is anything else I want to say here? Not much else. I've also no, that's pretty much everything I want to say. Anyways, thanks for watching my games. You can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EonChiquino. Subscribe, all that good stuff, and maybe I'll cast some more of my game, more of my own games, just because there's just haven't been that many good replays out. So I'll see you guys later.